We thought it'd be great to get Jules from our cadets with Jules, our AD, Assistant Director for Safe Communities, to have a chat about what it means to be a cadet and what it means to have worked your way up through the fire service.
I started my initial trainees course in September 1994 when I was 22. So my initial posting was really exciting, was Blue Watcher Eastbourne. And I stayed there for the first 4 years of my career. And then I was just quite early on in my career, I was quite keen to just explore other stations and other work groups. Was a crew manager and a watch manager within the first 8 years of my career, and worked at Uckfield Fire Station for a while. And then I went across to Hove, where I was a crew manager and then a watch manager, worked in Hastings for a while. And then after about 10 years, I became a temporary station manager working in our operations department at the time. And then from there, I actually went up into your neck of the woods, Jules. I became the station manager for Crowborough and Forest Row. So that was back in 2002. And then I was station manager for maybe 4 or 5 years, working in different stations. And then in 2006, we restructured and we introduced a borough commander system, which is very similar to what we've got now, which is groups of stations in geographical areas. And I was a group manager looking after them, which I've done for the last 14 or so years. And then in the last 6 months, I've had this temporary opportunity to be the interim assistant director for Safe Communities. So now I'm responsible for the 5 stations, for all the community safety and the business safety for the service. So quite a journey. And when I think about it, I look back and I think it's gone within a blink of an eye. So it doesn't feel like 26 years. And I've got a question for you, Jules. So I know that you want to be a firefighter.
Yes.
And I know you've been a cadet. How did you hear about our cadet scheme, and how long have you been a cadet for?
So I started cadets in February 2020, so just like over a year now. Mm-hmm. And I think actually my mum found out about them, and then she said that she did an application for me, and then I didn't hear back for like a while, so we phoned up and they were like, oh no, like we've just had so many. And then because obviously they only had to choose a certain amount of people, and I didn't know if I was going to get chosen, but I did, and like I was so happy about that.
I can see it in your face. And that's exactly how I felt when so you go through the recruitment process, and there was a practical test, and then the next one was a written test, and then it was an interview. And every time you go through one stage, there's less and less of you in it, and that excitement builds up. And I remember my first day at training centre, just down the road from you in Maresfield at our training centre, and it was just it was the most surreal experience, but remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
What sort of things do the cadets do? I haven't been along to one yet.
So we actually get a BTEC out of it, I'm pretty sure, from what I last heard, which is actually very good. But we work on like parade stuff, and then do like the theory side of it and things like that. But unfortunately, obviously, we haven't been for a while due to COVID. But we're hopefully going back, I think, sometime in April. Yeah. So I'm excited for that. But it won't be at the fire station. It'll be in the community hall, I think, it's pretty sure. So
I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to work out. And it'd be so nice if I can come and actually meet you. That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
So who's got the next question?
I'll ask the next one. I'll put them on my phone. Did you always know that like you want to be a firefighter, or was there always like something else you wanted to do?
I would be lying if I said I always wanted to be a firefighter. I knew I always wanted to do a job that was helping people. So when I did my work experience, I did my work experience with Sussex Police. And then I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, but actually I was working in a job not far from home, and I just saw an advert in the local free paper, and it said that East Sussex County Fire Brigade, as it was called then, were advertising. And it went on to say, and we particularly welcome applications from women. And if it hadn't have said that, I probably wouldn't have applied, because I didn't know women could be firefighters.
Yeah.
So I always knew I wanted to help people, but no, I hadn't always had a goal of wanting to be a firefighter. That's probably because my education would have been a bit different to yours, Jules, and I didn't know that women could be firefighters.
Yeah.
So it shows that things have worked and society's changed a bit and education has worked, you know, so, you know, you're definitely knowing that you want to be a firefighter. And have you had that ambition for a good number of years, or?
I think from when I was about year 10, I slowly started, because I didn't know what I wanted to be like when I was older. And everyone would always ask me that, like, what do you want to be? And I'm like, oh, I don't know yet. And it always used to like kind of stress me out. I'm like, oh, should I know at this age? But then when I got to like towards the end of year 10, beginning of year 11, that's when I was like, no, I know what I want to do. And I just have to work hard for it. And I'm going to keep working hard until I've got it.
Yeah, fantastic.